such a respect, my brother. It's quite a few number of issues, but
which you want to report to us or to the court?
There's none so far.
No, none.
Yes.
So the situation is still as agreed.
As is, man.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Mr. Mshololo, let's hear. You're still under oath, Brigadier.
Umfakazi okhona ke lapha kwenkantolo uthi ngaphansi kwesifungo ke futhi ummeli okhona lenkantolo advocate Mshololo akabuze imibuzo umfakazi okhona lenkantolo.
Brigadier, last time when you testified, I had already covered the issue regarding the Polo silver grey that is alleged by Constable Zongo that it was driven on the date of the incident at Basotho Hostel. However, I just need to get clarity on two dates, which is the 9th of February 2016. You remember that you testified that there is an infringement that was picked up on the 9th of February 2016, as well as on the 20th of March 2016. And in those two infringements, the car that was driven, the registration number for that motor vehicle was 79YZGP.
Yes, I do.
You remember that evidence?
The statement of Mr. Matlou.
Yes.
Yasokhona njalo ke ummeli indaba nje afuna ukuthi athole incazelo yalo osele akhulume ngayo umnomzana Constable Zungu uthi kunemoto ke kade kuyiPolo esilver grey kanje kade kunamalanga amabili bakhulume ngawo ke ilanga la nge9 zaka February ngomnyaka ka2016 futhi nangelanga la nge20 zaka March ngomnyaka ka2016 ngapha sakhumbula yini lokho ke uyasho ukuthi ufakazi yebo.
And this Polo that was driven, that is alleged to have been driven in 2016, the color and its registration number, is it the same motor vehicle that is alleged to have been driven on the 26th of October 2014 when on the date of the incident?
Ngabe ke le moto ebakhuluma ngayo ukuthi futhi enale number plate ekuyona kade ekhuluma ngayo ke ummeli ngabe iyona yini kade beshayela ke ngelanga lesigameko ngelanga la nge26 October?
No, my lord, we can't say with certainty because the statements, insofar as the incidents of the 26th of October 2014 refers to a silver Polo and also refers to the suggestion that it may have been a hired car, but there's no specific registration number given. So based on that, we cannot say. The only similarity that is a silver Polo and it was a car belonging to the shuttle services, but we can't say. I don't have evidence that says a specific vehicle with a specific registration number that was used on the 26th of October 2014. I don't have that, my lord. So we have similarities, but not the registration number.
Kwesho ukuthi umfakazi angeke asho ngokugcwele ukuthi iyona ke imoto eyodwa ke leyo ke uma sithunta kudaba le number plate yemoto ke ngoba ke ngelanga la nge26 October ngonyaka 2014 futhi ngelanga la nge20 kade ukhuluma ngalo ke kade kuyimoto ke eyakhiwe ngesakhiwo sodwana ke futhi nombala womuntu kade kumbala owodwa ke kepha ke ngeke asho ngeqiniseko segcwele ukuthi malana nodaba le number plate uthi ngabe yiyona noma kusiyona yini ngoba imoto le kade kungenzeka ukuthi mhlawumbi imoto ke bekade beqashile la baqashisa khona ke ngeimoto.
And Brigadier, is it correct that the only way in law in which you can identify a motor vehicle it's by its registration number?
Ngabe akusinja ukuthi ngokomthetho wala iningizimu ukuze umuntu akhona uqapha ke imoto kumele ukuthi imoto ayiqaphe ngombhaliso wayo yini?
My lord, I think the question is too broad. Yes, if we are talking about the specification, that is now wanting to link the vehicle to its manufacturer. For example, this being a VW, to say, is it indeed a VW from Volkswagen South Africa? Then you need specification. You need the registration number, you need the VIN number, you also need the engine number, because then you confirm it. You confirm the details with the manufacturer. But when you talk to the Commission of Crimes, cars are described all the time by the description of how they look like. It's the same with suspects. People who describe a suspect in terms of the features, not necessarily the name of the suspect. So in my understanding, the same principle applies. If a suspect or a witness says, I saw a BMW 3 Series, tinted windows, and I think that vehicle had a sticker that is a construction vehicle or it's a ACPS vehicle that was present when the offense was committed, and you happen to find a similar vehicle during the course of investigation, there are similarities, my lord. But yes, if you want to talk to specific identification, you will need the engine number, the VIN number, the chassis number, and the registration number, my lord.
uyasho khona njalo ukuthi umbuzo futhi onzulu futhi ojulile ngoba ke angeke usho ukuthi ke imoto iyona okuyiyo noma kuyona kuyiyo ke ngoba uma kukhona ama specifications la kusibala khona ke i-registration number futhi i-VIN number futhi ne-engine number yemoto kumele ukuthi umuntu abheke zona ke ngoba futhi waqhubeka wajobelela ngokwengcazelo yakhe washo ukuthi esikhathini esiningi uma ngabe kuda make mhlawumbe udlame noma into eyenzakele lapho ke esikhathini esiningi ke abantu uma bechaza khona ke abasolwa ke abasho ukuthi umsolwa ubani futhi nokuthi ubani igama lakhe kepha esikhathini esiningi bavame ukuthi benzeke isibonelo ngokuthi basho ukuthi umsolwa isikhangiso sakhe umuntu ubukeka ngohlangothi olukanjena ke futhi wakhuluma futhi qhubeka ukuthi uma futhi enza isibonelo sakhe ke asithi mhlawumbe kunemoto kathi BMW 3 series la khona ke mhlawumbe amawundo khona ke athinte bakhuluma nje ngesifanekiso noma isibonelo sento nje enjalo.
And with the registration number of a motor vehicle, you can be able to get the names and the ownership of that specific motor vehicle.
That is correct, Mamet.
Manje ke nge-registration number ke moto ubhaliswa kwemoto ke ngabe yakhona yini ukuthola amagama omnini wemoto uyasho ukuthi yebo kunjalo.
Did Constable Zungu give you the registration number for the said polo vehicle that he identified at Basotho Hostel on the 26th of October 2014?
Ngabe Constable Zungu wakunikeza yini imininingwane yemoto abayithola lapha eBasotho Hostel ngelanga lenge-26 October ngonyaka 2014?
No, he didn't, my lord, because he didn't recall the registration number, so far as I can remember.
Uyasho cha akaze anginike ngoba bekangayikhumbuli ke registration number nanoma ikhumbule.
Okay. Thank you, Brigadier. Let's move on to your evidence when you testified on the 31st of October 2024. I'll just read because it's a small question, but it's part of your evidence that you testified on the 31st of October 2024, page 20, line 10 to 15. You referred to this court to exhibit EEE6, EEE8. Those are the bank records for accused number 5. And also, my lord, he also referred to exhibits EEE3, EEE8, EEE6 is the one for the net bank. That's the one that you started with, and you placed the information belonging to accused number 1 on the record. You remember that?
Ithisahlele emuva ke ngelanga lange-31 nyakeni kunyaka udlule ngelanga lange-31 October la kade kukhuluma khona ke mayelana nofakazi bakho kokuthola enkantolo lapha ku-page ku-cases 20 lapha kumuqa wesi-10 esho kumugqa lokozana wesi-15 lapho kukhuluma khona ngemininingwane yebhange washo ukuthi la kukhuluma khona umsola wesi-5 bese ukhuluma ukuthi imininingwane le kade imininingwane kamsola wokuqala.
Is it the details of accused number 1 or 5?
Sorry, accused number 5. Sorry.
Number 5, yes.
Yes, accused number 5. Yes.
Yes, I do recall, my lord.
Kade yacela ingazelo umfakazi ukuthi ngabe imininingwane kamsola wokuqala noma umsola wesihlanu ke athi umeli imininingwane kamsola wesihlanu leyo.
From exhibit EEE6, the bank records from the net bank, wherein you read certain information into the record. Did you request the information from NetBank covering the period of October 2014 regarding the transactions under the name of accused number 5?
Malana nofakazi bakho ke khona lapha ku-EEE6 yaseNetbank ke yebhange kamsola wesi-5 kunawesihlanu ke ngabe wacela imininingwane leyo ke kwibhange yaseNetbank mayelana nenyanga ka-October ka-2014 malama transaction akhona?
Yes, my lord, I would have made that request specifically because that was the date that is relevant to this matter.
Athi yebo bayocela ke isicelo leso ke ngoba yilona udaba lolu esijule kulona kuleli cala leli.
From the records that you received from NetBank, is there or was there any transaction, or let me say, is there any transactions on this exhibit EEE6 reflecting transfer of money from Ms. Kelly Khumalo to accused number 5?
Malana nemininingwane ke owayithola lapho ke lo sicelo lolukhona ke la seNetbank ku EEE6 ngabe khona yini laba batshengisa khona ukuthi khona la umuntu obizwa ngokuthi uMs Kelly Khumalo bekakhokhela khona ke imali phakathi lebhangi leli lomuntu?
My lord, my recollection, and not only with regard to accused number 5, but insofar as all accused and from all institutions, not only NetBank, there is no electronic transfer from Ms. Kelly Khumalo to any of the accused. That we did not find.
Uyasho ukuthi balana nabo bonke ke abasolwa ke abakhona ke lenkantolo akukho ukukhokhelwa kwemali ekhona ke qhamuka kumuntu obabiza ukuthi uMs Kelly Khumalo eyakubona,
or even cash deposits reflecting that is coming from her, not only to accused number 5, but as I said, it applies to all accused as well, my lord.
Noma ke la ukhona ke ukukhokhelwa ke ngocash qhamuka mhlawumbe kumuntu abambiza ngokuthi uKelly Khumalo iyakubasola bonke singakhulumile ngomsola wesihlanu nje kuphela.
Okay, can you just be specific kernel that you are referring to accused number 5 at this stage? Okay, when I'm asking question, I'm asking in respect of accused number 5.
ngicela ukuthi ke mnumzane uKennel manje ke ujule ngobhala nofakazi bakamsolwa wesi5 wesihlanu ke ngoba ke ummeli yasuthi imibuzo kuze nakhe imayelana nomsolwa wesihlanu kuphela.
Because these exhibits that I've read into the record, they are only in respect of accused number 5.
ngoba ke bonke lofakazi akhuluma ngabo ke noma ama-exhibit akhulumile ngawo ke amayelana nomsolwa wesi5 nje kuphela.
Okay.
Mal- that's okay.
Then-
We're still talking.
Yes. Then on the, did you request from either of the banks, it's either in respect of triple E6, E8, E3, did you ask the information covering the period of the 2nd of August 2014 to the period of 15 October 2014, which was before the incident?
uyabuza ukuthi ummeli ngabe wacela yini ke lapho kulamabhangi ke ubufakazi mhlawumbe imininingwane egcwele oqhamuka ngelanga lange-2 zaka-October ngonyaka 2014 kuze kufince ke ngelanga lange-15 zaka-October ngo-2014 ngaphambi kwelanga leli sigameko August.
Yeah, 2nd of August 2014, between the period of 2nd of August 2014 and the period of 15 October 2014.
uqhamuka ngelanga lange-2 isilungiso nje kuphela lapho kuqhamuka ngelanga lange-2 zaka-August ngomnyaka 2014 kuze kufince ke ngelanga lange-15 zaka-October ngomnyaka ka-2014 ngabe wacela yini imininingwane ke kumabhangi?
My Lord, I don't have a recollection of that because the two dates that Advocate Mshololo is referring to relate to the calls, not a financial transaction. They relate to the calls that were picked up between Ms. Kelly Kumalo and accused number 5. That is the date of the 2nd of August 2014 and the one of 15 October 2014.
uyasho ukuthi ke lapho asikhulumike ngama-transaction noma ukukhokhelwa kwemali noma mhlawumbe ukuhambiswa kwemali ngokwebhangi ke kepha lapho sikhuluma ke ngocingo noma ama-calls enzeka ke phakathi komsolwa wesi5 futhi noKelly Khumalo.
No, I know that that's the evidence on record, Brigadier. But my question, just answer my question. Did you request the bank transactions covering that period of 2 August or 15 October?
uyasho ukuthi lapho besikhuluma ukuthi ngabe wacela yini ebhange imininingwane uqala ngelanga lange-2 zaka-October ngomnyaka 2014 kuze kufince ke ngelanga lange-15 zaka-October ngomnyaka 2014.
My Lord, I don't have a recollection, but one will have to check because the record starts in 2014. So I don't have a specific recollection of when I requested this document. I started at the beginning of 2014 to date or what. So if perhaps then one will need to ask the court's indulgence, perhaps during the long adjournment, then I can check the application in terms of the date. I may have covered it, but I'm not sure, my Lord.
uyasho ukuthi akanaso isikhumbulo esigcweleke mayelana nodaba lolu ke kepha yena kuyasho ukuthi mayelana nacelile akanaso isiqiniseko yiso ukuthi ngabe lodaba lolu waliquketha ngesikhathi lesi kade ke bhala isicelo sakhe noma kade esenza isicelo sakhe ke ngoba ke ethi uma ngabe inkantolo ingaze mthatha isikhathi qashale sinazo ukuthi ithathe ikhefu ke lapho ke kula athathule khona isikhathi sanele sokuthi abuke ubufakazi bakhe bonke lokho obukhona lapha phambi kwakhe ukuthi ngabe lo daba lolu ulifakile noma akakaze alifake yini.
Okay, you can check that later on, Colonel, but let's continue for now.
Sorry, for my understanding, is it obvious or factual that if there's a bank transaction, you mention your name? Because if people bank money using the depositor's name. If you bank money for me, you go to Standard Bank and you see Rata Mokhatle. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't necessarily say so and so who is not. It doesn't follow that. If Kelly, for instance, banks money on behalf of whoever, will use a particular name. Doesn't follow. Does it follow, Ms. Mshololo?
Yes, my Lord, I can clarify that question, my Lord, from the witness.
Okay.
Yes. I know you've already said you're not sure whether you have records for these two periods, but on the other transactions contained in exhibits triple E6 and 8, if a person deposits the money to someone else, and then how would you connect, how would you link that transaction? Is it not by account numbers of the two respective parties?
Manje kumbuzo ke yasho ukuthi bekakubuzile kepha wathi unaso isiqiniseko salokho ke manje kumbuzo athanda ukuthi awubuze manje ngicazelo lakho wena ke ukuthi uma ngabe abantu ababili ke lapho ke benza ke ufakelana ke imali khona ke ngabe ababhali yini imininingwane yabo ukuthi zena kukhona ukubona ukuthi le mali qhamuka kumuntu othizeni ibese iyakho umuntu othizeni.
My Lord, my understanding, you will establish the link. That is firstly in terms of the accounts. If the money is transferred from one account transferred, not cash deposit, to another, because then you are able to identify the account number, and obviously you can get the details of the account holder in the B section, and then subsequently say A, and then moved to the person who received it. So that is the first point, madam.
Uyasiphuza lakho lokuqala ke uma ngabe umuntu etransfera ke imali engayenzi ke udeposit imali ke ula khona ukudobha khona kubona imali qhama kumuntu othizeni bese kumela khona yakho umuntu othizeni.
When it's a cash deposit, my lord, you will establish the link only if the person who makes the deposit makes a specific reference, because they can put anything, anything. They can put my name, they can put whatever reference that they put. So all you will have is where the money is going to, but the depositor, it depends what the depositor put. What you'll be able to prove is that the recipient received that X amount through the bank or ATM deposit, my lord.
Uyasithi mina no deposit ke imali ke uma umuntu edeposit imali emshinini webhangi ke lapho ke uvame ukuthi asebenzise noma yiliphi ke igama akavamile ukuthi asebenzise igama lakhe eliqondile noma igama lakhe leqiniso. Kepha ke umuntu othola ke imali leyo ke yena ke uthi abone ukuthi imali yena ke qhamuka kubani ke ngoba uze kumntu esebenzise igama elithizeni.
And my understanding, my lord, this is under the normal course of bank transactions. It differs then when there are criminal activities taking place, because people then will want to conceal the identity of what they are doing, be it money laundering or any form of criminality. So the first two examples I've made are insofar as normal bank transactions when you do investigation in that regard. But then when such transactions, banks are used for criminal activities, then the picture changes completely, because I don't think any criminal, my lord, will just put his details and say, or suspect and say, me, I'm depositing this money for someone to be killed, or I'm depositing this money for someone. That you will not find, my lord.
Uyasho khona njalo ukujobela ke incazelo yakhe kumfakazi ukuthi ke uma kwenzeka ugebengu ke esikhathini esiningi ke umuntu noma isigebengu leso kasivamile ukuthi sibhale ke imininingwane yaso eqondile asho ukuthi mina ke ngubani ngifakela ubani ke imali yakhe eqhamuka kuyena ke ngoba ke lapho konke mhlawumbe kwenza ke ugebengu noma kushushubisa ke ngemali ke.
Okay. But also, just for the sake of clarity, Brigadier, in respect of this case, there is no cash deposit that was transferred in either of these exhibits, in either of these bank records for accused number 5, from Ms. Kelly Kumalo to accused number 5.
Mayana ufakazi obukhona ke la enkantolo kuyasho khona kumele ukuthi akukho la kwadeposit ke khona imali kade kucash eqhamuka ke kuKhili Khumalo iyake kumsola wesihlanu noma eqhamuka kumsola wesihlanu yokuKhili Khumalo.
Yes, that's true, my lord. But what we have on the investigation, at least the transaction that we can prove, is that money was paid in cash at Basutino Hostel on the day of the incident. We can account for some payments there in cash, and a later amount, as I've indicated in my last testimony, of 30,000. That was paid specifically by accused number 5 to accused number 2. That is now, you'll find that in the exhibit HH and JJ. I covered that aspect. But it was a cash transaction. There's no evidence that we found.
No, Colonel, I'm referring to these exhibits. Triple E, we are on Triple E.
Yes, can I just finish, my lord? Because remember, can I just finish? Because these exhibits, the question that I'm being asked is in relation to this offense in general. We don't have evidence or any suggestion in the docket that says the money was transferred by Ms. Kelly Khumalo to any of the accused. What we have when it comes to the monies that comes to existence after the deceased was shot, my lord, is that money was paid in cash. That is what we can put our hands on, my lord.
Uyasho khona ke njalo umfakazi ukuthi ke lapho ke ayikho imali eqhamuka ke kuKhili Khumalo ayikhokhela kumsola wesihlanu ke kepha ke uma sesibuka kumayelana nokushesha kwabo kwecala ke ngokuphenya kwecala ke ikhona ke imali ade ku 30,000 rand ekhokheliwe kokhola umsola wesihlanu ekhokhela kumsola wesibili lapho ke basuphini hostel ke uyasho khona njalo ukuthi lapho ke mayelana yikho ukuphenya noma kushesha kwecala ngokuphenya kwecala okhona ke ngemuva kokuthi ke badubuleke umufi ngoba umufi sekashonile.
Thank you, Brigadier, for putting your hands up like that, but I am on these exhibits, on the bank records. That's where I am. I was just clarifying if there were any transactions on these bank records that were presented before this court.
Umeli yasho ukuthi uyathokozela mina nencazelo uyathokoza mina nencazelo kodwa epha ke lapho khona ngama bank records ngoba ufuna ke incazelo yakhona ke egcwele.
No, my lord. In these bank records, there are no transactions between Ms. Kelly Khumalo and accused number 5.
Thank you.
Uyasho ke umfakazi ukuthi cha mayelana nama bank transaction akhona ke lana ke akukho imali eqhamuka ke kuKhili Khumalo ayikhokhile ke kumsolo wesihlanu.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uyabonga ke umeli.
Hey, my apologies. I keep on exchanging this Colonel and Brigadier. Which one is big? Is the relevant one? Brigadier.
Brigadier is my rank, yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Brigadier, you also referred to the contractual killing in your evidence. You remember?
I do recall, ma'am.
Yes. What did you mean by referring to a contractual killing?
I meant the deceased was assassinated. It was an assassin, my lord. There was a plot and a conspiracy to have him killed. And I said you will find that, as I said, as early as before even exhibit HH and JJ, the first confession that was made by accused 1, then you will find that there was an instruction to have the deceased killed, and the purpose, or rather the reward for that killing, was the payment of money. So then there was an arrangement for the deceased to be assassinated, my lord.
Ukhulumile ke ngokuthi kwahlelwa ke mina nokuthi ke umufi ke abulawe ke ngabe kade bosokuthini ke ngalokho ke uyasho ukuthi lokhu uhlelo ke abahlala phansi bese bakhuluma ke ngalo bakhulumisana ke ngalo ke futhi ke lapho ke isibonelo sakhona ke ngibuza ukuthi ke umufi ke abulawe ke kade kuzoba ke ukhokhelwa ke ngokwemali.
Okay, you say there was an instruction from who?
From Miss Kelly Khumalo, my lord.
La uthi bona ke bekunomuntu bekakhulunywa ukuthi kwamele ukuthi lokho kwenzeke uyasho ukuthi uKelly Khumalo ke loyo ke.
Is there evidence relating as to how that instruction was communicated?
Ngabe khona yini ufakazi obusitshengisayo ukuthi leyo nkulumo ke le yahlelwa kanjani?
Maybe if I've missed it in the dockets, the information relating to the instruction per se that was given by Ms. Kelly Khumalo to the accused.
Mhlambe ke umeli akalokho akubonile lapho ke kuma-docket mhlambe ngabe khona yini inkulumo eqhamukile ekhona njengofakazi qhamuka kuKelly Khumalo esho khona lokho?
Yes, my lord, you'll find it in the confessions. Accused 1.
Athi yebo lokho uyakuthola ke lapho kuma-confessions la umuntu kade akhuluma ke iqiniso khona ke uyasho ukuthi umsola wokuqala
indicates that the killing was because of Ms. Kelly Khumalo who gave the instruction, and subsequently accused 2 also said the same thing in his confessions, and those confessions are part of the court record, my lord.
Uyasho khona njalo ukuthi lapho ke umsola wokuqala wakhuluma mayelana lapho inkulumo yakhe confession ukuthi uKelly Khumalo owasho ukuthi abenzelo ababulale ke lapho ke futhi umsola wesibili ke la ngodaba le confession yakhe naye lokho ke wakhuluma.
Besides the information that is contained in those 2 confession statements, is there any other independent information relating to the instruction which is alleged to have been given by Ms. Kelly Khumalo?
Ngaphandle kwala ma-confessions amabili okhulumile ngawo ke ngabe khona yini mhlambe enye ingazelo ekhona ke njengohlelo njengodaba lofakazi la uKelly Khumalo washo khona ukuthi ababulali?
My lord, if the question is to say was there a witness present when the instruction was given by Ms. Kelly Khumalo to the accused, we don't have that witness, my lord. If perhaps that's what Advocate Msholo is asking me.
Uyasho khona njalo umfakazi ukuthi uma ngabe mhlambe bafuna umfakazi othizeni okhuluma lokho ukuthi ngesikhathi kukhona inkulumo leyo ke kade akhona ke uyasho cha umfakazi onjalo ke abanayo ke.
No, I'm not specific to say is there any witness to that effect. I said, is there any other independent evidence relating to the instruction which is alleged to have been given by Ms. Kelly Khumalo other than the information contained in the 2 statements?
Uyabuza ke umeli ukuthi ngabe kukhona yini obunye ufakazi obahamba bodwana obusho lokho okuchaza leyo ncazelo ukuthi uKelly Khumalo uyena owathupha noma khuluma ukuthi akubulawe ngaphandle nje kwalobo ufakazi obubili okhulumile ngakho ke lo ufakazi lobu confession kamsola wokuqala futhi nomsola wesibili.
My lord, what you have collaborating evidence, because you have this assertion made, then you have, for example, the statement of Zungu, Mr. Zungu, who is a police officer, who narrates what happened on that day and collaborate or say things that seems to collaborate what is contained in those statements. You have the statement of Simpiwe Sifiso Zungu Kwabeni, who says certain things insofar as what happened prior to that deceased being killed. In other words, all the 5 accused meeting at Basutini Hostel, departing, coming back, accused 1 announcing that now have they heard that Senzo Meyiwa has been killed. And I've testified about this, my lord, that at this stage, it was before even the media covered the killing of the deceased. So and then you have Simpiwe Buthelezi, who implicates accused, I think 3 and 4, about their involvement in this matter. Simpiwe Buthelezi. So if you take, and this is now independent from the confessions, my lord, so if you take the confessions coupled with collaboration of what happened, what witnesses saw, and those whom the accused or some of the accused spoke to, if you take them into a totality, my lord, as a collaboration, it does create an impression that indeed this would have been a contractual killing. Because in my investigation, my lord, I found no evidence that suggests that any of these accused had a quarrel or anger or hatred with the deceased. They were not even in the same profession, so there is no reason that they would have been in conflict with the deceased, my lord.
Uyasho ukuthi khona kufakazi kwabantu ke obuningi la obuhambisanayo futhi obukhuluma ke into yodwa futhi obuxhumanayo ke ufakazi bakhona ke la kodwa kusho khona ukuthi babona ke abasolwa beqhamuka ke lapho state behlanganela khona ke bonkana futhi behamba bephinda futhi bebuya ke futhi la khona kade khona ke umsolwa futhi wagcina ke asho ukuthi ngabe usuzwile yini ekuthizeni usenzo Meyiwa sele abulewe ke futhi kunomfakazi uma ungalanda kufakazi bakamnumzana ke uZungu futhi bayahambisana futhi ke basichazela nje kahle ukuthi ngabe yini yenzeka futhi umfakazi bakho Simphiwe esifisa ukuthelezi ke naye owakhuluma ukuthi ngabe yini eyenzeka ngesikhathi isika batshela ke lapho ke kepha uyasho ukuthi mayelana nokubona kwakhe ke noma ngokuphenya kwakhe kwecala uyasho ukuthi akukho la ngasho khona ke ukuthi ke kade kungekho ke ukuzwana phakathi kwabasola futhi nomufi ngoba ke kade bengekho kumkhakha nje owodwa futhi ke noma kade kungekho ukuzondana phakathi komufi futhi nolokuzana nabasola.
And you also confirmed previously in your examination in chief that Ms. Kelly Khumalo was never confronted with any evidence that you have just referred to.
Usoshilo ukuthi inkosazana bathi uKelly Khumalo abakaze bamkhulumisa bamlande bambuzeke mina nofakazi onabo la kwenakhe.
Correct, my lord. Then I gave the reasons as to why, my lord.
Yebo kunjalo futhi ngapha ngichaze ukuthi kungani lokho kungenzekile.
Thank you, my lord. I've got no further questions.
Uyabonga ke umele futhi
Yeah, just
asithathe
one
imibuzo.
clarification. Who is it Sifiso? Simphiwe Buthelezi?
Yes,
Who is it?
Ngabe ubani ke uSimphiwe Buthelezi?
he was an acquaintance of accused 3 and 4, my lord, whom I think we read his statement in this court, my lord. It's on record, and I can say what he says. But in essence, he says on the day of the incident.
Let's take it slow.
Okay, Simphiwe Buthelezi was an acquaintance of accused 2 and 3.
Is he still alive?
No, he passed on, my lord. That's the person we dealt with, I think, in 2023 during the cross-examination.
All right. Who took his statement?
I took it
Yourself.
myself. Yes.
Okay.
Kade ubuza ukuthi ngabe ubani ke uSimphiwe Buthelezi ke uyasho ukuthi umuntu kasebenzisana ke futhi nokade sebenzisana nomsolo wesibili futhi nomsolo wesithathu ngabe usaphila yini asho cha washona ke ngabe wathatha yini statement sakhe uyasho kumfakazi ukuthi yebo wathatha statement sakhe.
Who handed up that statement in court?
My lord, it came up during the defense. I was cross-examined, and I think when there were disputes in terms of what I was told, I recall it was during the period of the cross-examination of the late Mr. Mkomezu. So it came up during that time, and I know that then we had to read it, my lord. We had to read that one on the main docket, and as well as the ones that were contained in these other matters that were investigated by Sergeant Mohani. So it came up during that the defense cross-examination, my lord.
Ngabe ubani ke waletha istatement sakhe lapha kwenkantolo ke uyasho umfakazi ukuthi istatement sakhe la enkantolo ngesikhathi lesi ke abameli kade bebuza ke imibuzo ke uyasho ukuthi umeli osele angekho osele washona ke unomzana uMngomezulu ke futhi lapho ke kwamphoqa ukuthi bagcine befunda ke istatement sakhe besifunda lapha kwenkantolo.
In fact, my lord, my recollection, there was a dispute insofar as what was contained in the statement and what I was telling the court, and then the court then ordered that seemingly we are saying 2 different things, if I recall correctly. This is now myself and Advocate Mngomezulu. Mr. Mngomezulu, we're not finding each other. Let us read the statement into record so that the statement speaks for itself. And I think that is how, my lord, then it was read, my lord.
Article kade bengabonike ngasolinye ke nake umfakazi futhi nongasekho ke umnomzana uMngomezulu la futhi inkantolo lapho ukuthi abafundeke udaba lolo ke le statement basifunde statement leso ke besifunda la enkantolo yilona ke indlela ekwaqhamuka ngayo ke udaba le statement lesi salo osele angasekho ke uSimphiwe Buthelezi.
So in other words, are you saying Viva Voke evidence? Your evidence was that Simphiwe said this and that and that and that.
Indeed, my lord. That's my recollection.
Inkosi inkantolo bebuza ukuthi ngabe usho ukuthi mayana nofakazi bakho kokukhulumela enkantolo usho ukuthi uSimphiwe washo lokhu nalokhu ke bese umfakazi yasho ukuthi yebo kunjalo inkosi inkantolo.
Okay, fine. Yes, any questions arising?
No questions, my lord.
Okay.